Hey, everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday.
Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and off we go from Lambeau. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Green 18! Watch the run. This South, baby. That's baby South. Green 18 to it! Green 18!
Rodgers now on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Rodgers with the give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that's caught inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
319. Let's go, defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Rodgers now. Throwing again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Josh Bynes. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence.
Is this game worth it?
And that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining. As we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their 1st drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front.
If this game is worth it, please press pause twice.
You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way. And then go for the big finish.
Double tight, guys, double tight. You got 3.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. Third down here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration. By him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Being chased out left. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That one good for 37 yards.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guy.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as the Ravens push further out in front. He told us he was going to hit the end zone a couple times in this game. I just don't know that he envisioned doing it in the first quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure we did, yeah. Right? Because all the great ones, that's what they do. They dream about it, right? They
flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2-to-1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3-to-1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Look at the spin. Balance. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. 2 seconds to go, first quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson buying time to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They run with a fullback now. This is Dan Vitale. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Defense.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. And this one's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And, Charles, they just handed them a gift. Going for it there, that spot of the field inside the 20. Boy.
Yeah, sometimes you think you've got plenty of time in a game, so you take a little bit of a crazy risk. This goes in the category of a crazy, crazy, crazy risk. Yeah, I'm giving you 3 on that one. But how about on the defensive side of the ball? To see them come out, line up, and decide to go for it there, You figure there's no way we're giving this one up. We're going to turn the ball over for our own offense and get some points out of it.
And they did the first part of that. Now they'll be looking to add those points with great field position. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson eluding the pressure. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. And some room to roam now. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Here we go.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he's brought down at the...
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Call it a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Packers' 34-yard line.
Set, ready. You got nothing to do. You got nothing. Sit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. This one complete to Ingram. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Jackson on 1st down. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Jackson to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as the Ravens push further out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when he snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. Now Aaron Rodgers in the offense heading back onto the field. He struggled. His team has struggled. You talked to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Rodgers going to throw. Flush to his right. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And the young Bucks showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when it was to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller's sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. And Graham's got it, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the first down as well. On 1st down, Rodgers. The connection made, it's Graham. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing is Jackson. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Not only another 1st down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson. 42 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a first down carry by Jones. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. From the 22, Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And it's caught. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers get a score closer.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Now Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. Got him in, it's Brown. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Pass. Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Jackson now. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. The 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for him.
Now it's Jackson escaping the pressure. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys continue to pour it on.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. Oh, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. Leading big, and the onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Jackson being chased out left. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 39 yards there, a big one.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
And he'll take it into the end zone. For a Ravens touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This fielded at the 2. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even able to...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
After the interception, here's Jackson out to his left. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now it's Rodgers. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
25 yards there on the catch and run. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No,
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Up 2nd down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a first down.
And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second and 12, Jackson.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game again.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Rodgers going to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One final try now for Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy